Hello, good afternoon and welcome once again to Business. Let's start. And the local currency is now about 3 pesos shy of the dreaded 5 cedi mark. It closed yesterday's trading at around 4 cedis, 97 pesos. So how has this sharp depreciation impacted negatively on businesses, individuals and even the economy? We have the answers in this report.
According to Bloomberg News and EcoBank research, the local currency has depreciated by more than 7% since the beginning of this year. This should mean that as an import-led economy, the cost of dollar importation for food, equipment, and even petroleum products have gone up. So looking at the fact that most of these firms are not Father Christmas, they would obviously have to pass on this new cost to consumers. One can talk about prices of goods and services going up. For instance, importers of petroleum products have told Joy Business the recent increase in fuel prices was due to the city's sharp depreciation. We should not forget about those who have taken mortgage and what this depreciation will be doing to them. Government in the 2018 budget planned to set almost 15 billion cedis as interest payments. But looking at how the cedi has even depreciated from the beginning of this year, this bill would go up, affecting funds that have been allocated for other areas in the economy. It could also affect returns on your investments.
So now the 4 cedis 97 pesos is being described as the market average. So it's likely that some banks are now selling the dollar for 5 Ghana cedis. Let's move on. And Filipino firm Meralco has expressed an official. Okay, let me take that again. I beg your pardon. Morocco is expected to officially take over ECG from the middle of January next year. Earlier this year, Parliament approved the partial privatization of the electricity company under the second Millennium Challenge Compact. Speaking to Joy Business at the commemoration of the second anniversary of the Ghana Power Compact, Chief Executive of the Millennium Development Authority, Martin Eson Benjamin, allayed fears there could be job losses after the takeover.
I think that over the 2 years we've struggled, we've met challenges, we've overcome them, and we've now reached where we are. So that's why we applaud ourselves. We want to move on. ECG must transfer to the new company, and that will come early next year. That is the challenge we have now, so that we can get all on board to be able to overcome the condition that precedent that we have put into place to be able to achieve the results that we're looking for.
So exactly what date are you talking about for the new owners of ECG? Exactly what date next year?
We cannot, in fact, ordinarily from our time schedules, we are talking about middle of January. That is when we expect that we would have done all what is necessary for them to take over from ECG, and then they start running the business. So that is the date we have in mind. He's emphasized the fact that there will be no job losses. And I think we must give a little credibility to our leaders. That is what is written into the agreements. So therefore, personally, I do not know where it's coming from. As far as I'm concerned, working with government, what government has said and put on the table is what I work with. Except somebody comes to tell me that he had something different. But so far, so good. They've indicated that the new concessionaire must work with the people who are there and even enhance their packages if possible.
Telecoms giant MTN has rewarded short videos makers with 50,000 cedis. Last month, the company launched MTN Shorts, an initiative to provide an opportunity for short video makers to earn regular income on amusing and educative videos. Speaking to Joy Business at the award ceremony, which saw Team Lost emerge as the overall winner, Senior Manager of the Product and Services at MTN Ghana, Bless Sefano Afajo, says the initiative is part of MTN's corporate social responsibility.
We spent millions
millions of cities to create this platform, and it's owned by MTN. But that is not what we are looking out for. We want to build an ecosystem and to grow the indigenous capabilities in storytelling, content creation that are engaging, educating, and also are funny for people to relax and then enjoy, most especially our subscribers and our customers. We are one of our responsibilities is to give back to society, and so as part of that, even though there's monetization aspect of the way the partners are making money from it, it's also our responsibility to help them upscale their skill, thereby creating jobs. From what you've seen, these are young graduates from school or freelancers who are creating content but doesn't have anywhere to put their content or even the means to monetize them. So what it means is that we are creating a lot more jobs for the youth, and then they can be able to make some money out of this by creating a sustainable revenue stream for them.
Well, that's all for business for now. The small business news at 1 with Emmanuel Abwajiriafe. My name is Sandra Isenamapeno.